Hello and welcome to the Vayeshev edition of the short Vort, from Shishli to Revii. In this week's parsha we have the story of Mechiras Yosef, the sale of Joseph to become a slave in Egypt. And we have the story where while the brothers had wanted to kill Yosef, Reuvain said, no, let us not kill him, let us throw him into this empty pit instead. His plan was that he would save Yosef by coming back later. Meanwhile, we didn't even know that Reuvain had left and the brothers had sold him to slavery. And when he comes back, so Rashi says, where was he that he went away to? So Rashi explains that he went away to be involved with his sak the tamisa, with his sackcloth and his fasting. So he was doing tshuva for his earlier sins. So Hashem said, because you were the first to do tshuva, you will be rewarded with a descendant who will lead in tshuva. However, the world asked, but Reuvain was not the first person to do tshuva. In the Torah, we already had the story of Adam doing tshuva, we had Kayin doing tshuva. How can you say that Reuvain was the first to do tshuva? So I'd like to share 3 reasons how Reuvain's tshuva was different than that of Adam Rishon and Kayin. So according to Ksav Sofer, Adam had one mitzvah, and he violated that mitzvah. So when he sinned, he didn't have something that he could have thought that would compensate for the Avera, i.e. a mitzvah. So he knew he had to do tshuva, because he had no way to give an alternative. Similarly, by Kayin, he tried to bring a korban, and it was rejected. He also had no way to compensate for the Avera other than by tshuva. He didn't have any mitzvahs. But meanwhile, Reuvain, he thought when he arranged the beds of his father, he thought he was doing an appropriate mitzvah, and therefore he would not have needed to do tshuva because he could have compensated with that mitzvah. However, Reuvain showed us the lesson that no, a mitzvah cannot be used to compensate for an avera. You have to do tshuva. Now, Rabbi Yaakov Naiman, he quotes Rabbi Yitzchak Meir ben Menachem and said that Adam Rishon and Kayin were different than Reuvain because each time Hashem came to them with a claim saying, what did you do? And therefore they knew they had to do tshuva. We can call that tshuva meira, tshuva out of fear. God said you did wrong. However, by the case of Reuvain, Hashem didn't claim anything by him. He could have thought that everything was fine, but he did tshuva anyhow, and that is tshuva me'ava. That's the second reason. And our third reason is from Rabbi Yaakov Naiman himself, and he says that the other people, Reuvain and Kayin, they did averos, so it's natural to do tshuva. However, Reuvain, he thought he was doing a mitzvah. So if he thought he was doing a mitzvah, it's hard enough to do tshuva from an avera. Yet he contemplated and he thought about it and he realized that it's necessary for what he originally thought was a mitzvah to do tshuva. So now we have 3 explanations how the tshuva of Reuvain was different than the tshuva of Kayin and Adam. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos. Thank you for listening.